Hello. Tanya's running a little bit behind. She'll be here in a minute. I'm just looking at a book that I found at the thrift store the other day, and I'm marking some of the fish that I think I might um, really want to do on my page today. Don't know if I'll really do them, which one I'll choose, but I'm going to do one of them and one of the plants, at least one of the plants. Hi, Janice. Hi, Allie. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad y'all are all here. Um, I'll. This is a really, really cool book. The problem is I like so many of these fish that it's. I'm gonna just mark them all. Let's just mark them all. I didn't start marking them till I was in the middle. Okay, that's the first one. It's called Aquarium Fishes and Plants. 56 plates in color. So, um, starting right here, all the way back to the end, that's just 56. Um, that's 56 different kinds of fish and plants. There's one plant and one kind of fish on each page. Hi, Mindy. Um, anyway, I like the fact that the words are on one side and the pictures are on the other side. So if I do decide to use these in a book, um, they won't mess anything up. I don't know. Ooh, that one's really pretty too. See, they're just all pretty. I just like them all. I'll show you all the ones that I've marked. Um, Let me see if I can get a little closer. And turn on the light. I don't know if the light will help or not, but there we go. Hi, Teresa. So let's see. There's the first one I marked. And then that one. And it's a little hard even now. I'll just get close so you can just see the fish maybe. Um, Not the whole page. You can see some fish and some plants of the ones that I've marked that I think I might be. I'm going to choose one or maybe two. I don't know. I like the plants and the I might choose one plant and one fish. Some of them I marked because of the plants and some of them I marked because of the fish. Some of them just look like they need to be watercolor. Of course, these probably are watercolors, actually. I'll go back and see if it says. But they probably are done with watercolor, these pictures. So that's why they look like they belong in watercolor. But like this, it's got like a greenish olive green and then a teal and then purple and orange and pink. They're just really pretty. This one's got all those same kinds of colors in it too. It's just bigger so you can actually see it better. So I may choose one like this that's easier for me to see when I'm trying to draw. That one's really bright and pretty, isn't it? I got this one because the plant, the fish it kind of resembles the plant, but some of them I chose just because I really like the plants. I like these plants that have one color underneath and another color on top. I think that's fun. Okay, where's the next one? See, like this one, I chose this picture because of that plant. I just thought that plant was lovely. There's some different variations of this one. This is just a guppy. I haven't seen the guppies I've seen, I guess, are mostly like this one. I haven't seen any that are this pretty. Hi, Letitia. Hi, Jamie. I mean, Jacqueline and Jamie. I'm glad y'all are here. I don't know why I call you Letitia, Jacqueline. Um, I know the difference. I get your channels mixed up sometimes. But I'm glad you're here, even if I called you by the wrong name. That's pretty too. Isn't that strange? That long, like spear on the end. And I really thought this plant was interesting. It almost looks like it's made out of net or something. And I don't know if if water goes through, because these are all aquatic plants. It's called the Madagascar lace plant. Let's see. Okay, it does. There are holes, actual holes in it. Very cool. Okay. Well, Letitia's a nice name. It's just not yours. Oh, anyway, I found this book at the thrift store the other day, and I thought, what beautiful plants and fish it had in it. So I decided to make something in here my focal point for today. Um, while we're working with our water soluble pencils today. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I want to do everything in water soluble pencils today and then do a combination next week of the um, water soluble pencils and the regular pencils. I don't know. Um, it seems easier to kind of limit yourself to 2 or 3 kinds of pencils instead of um, having all of them out here. So I've got watercolor pencils, and then I've got the graphite pencils, and I might as well just leave these laying out because I'm definitely gonna use them. And I've got these. I may still use the stencils because I got to have background stuffs. And then I've got Hannah's Inktense pencils. I have the blocks and she has the pencils. I ordered me some pencils once, and then they were coming from Canada and they never got here. So I think that's all one. Yeah. So that was kind of sad because it was a really good deal. I don't know if somebody got them on the way here and they, or what happened, but they never got here. So I just got my money back, and I just haven't bought any more since that happened. But eventually I probably will, because I've played with hers a couple of times and I like them. But I've also got where did I put those? Because those are water soluble and I want to get them out. The Stabilo pencils. I only have those colors of the Stabilo pencils, but anyway. Oh, I'm glad you had fun with it, Teresa. I didn't know if it would be fun or if it would be frustrating, because I had fun with it, but it's not everybody's thing to try and force a background behind something that's already there. Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you're here. I just thought I'd visit with y'all a few minutes till Tanya gets here. She's running late. I'm not sure exactly what she's got going on. She just said she'd be a little late, so. I do wonder if I can use the same kind of technique. This is the finished one from Tuesday. I don't like this flower stencil. I probably won't use it again. It um it just didn't turn out as pretty to me as this one did. But that's what the finished piece looks like from Tuesday. Thank you. I do. Thank you, Jacqueline. Um, I'm glad that you're here too. And I do. I need to hear it. When y'all show up, I assume you're glad I'm here, because you wouldn't bother to be here if you didn't want to be with me, but I do like to hear it. So thank you. It makes me feel like the time I spend doing this is valuable and important when I get to share it with people. So I spent most of my day. Thank you, Jamie. um, I spent most of my day running around, taking Hannah to school and picking her up and taking her to work and running errands. But I did get a little bit of some thrift store tapestry yarn dyed. I dyed some greens, and I've just finished dyeing a couple of different oranges, and to have Monday night to play with, to make the leaf tapestry that I'm going to weave starting on Monday. I wanted to tell y'all also, while I'm thinking about it, um, especially Mindy, because I know she has these kinds of little looms. You can use like crochet cotton. You can use um, embroidery thread. You can use the embroidery floss. All the different kinds of embroidery floss. You can use smaller kinds of yarns and things. Silk. If you have like silk embroidery floss, I have some silk silk embroidery thread somewhere. Um, Anyway, I may try to find some of those things, the embroidery flosses and things, and use them when I work on this little one, just to be doing something different from the wool that I'm using on the bigger tapestry. And you can use acrylic yarn if that's what you've got. I just don't have any, practically no acrylic yarn, except for the kind of weird frou-frou things we put on tags. And I didn't want to work with those. So if I was going to go to the thrift store and find yarns, I decided I wanted to go ahead and find wool tapestry yarns if I could find them. And I did find some, and I'm dyeing them to get the colors that I need. Hi, Barbara. Yes, the size 10 thread will work. That's what this is. That's what I used to warp the loop. I mean, I didn't use it, but that's what I was showing you in the warping video. That'll work fine. Just whatever you've got. But you don't have to. You can use bigger yarn on this. You just won't get as much, you can't get as much detail in it. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. Hi, Riri. I'm so glad you're here. Um, anyway, I am going to try to find those embroidery yarns to play with on this one. But since I found um, some tapestry yarn, I decided if I hadn't found tapestry yarn, I was going to use whatever I could buy cheap at the thrift store. Um, so just because I found some doesn't mean you have to use whatever you've got. If you've got some, any kind of yarn you like will work. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and because this will probably take me a while because I'm not a good drawer. I'm going to go ahead and choose hopefully an easy fish and um to draw. This one might not be too difficult, the plant, um, but for my focal point, because that's where I'm going to start is with my focal point. I really like these leaves, but I don't really want to draw that fish. So I'm gonna move this here because that'll remind me that I like the leaves. I like all of them, but now I'm gonna try to find a fish. I want something that's relatively simple. Relatively simple. That's a cute fish. I'm just gonna hold my hand there. I think a little fatter fish will be easier for me to get some detail in than a skinny one would be. Hi, Holly. I'm glad you're here. So we're going to look at the thicker fish. Okay, let's do this and this because those fish they're thicker. And I may end up putting more than one kind of fish in there. Um, we'll just have to see. Okay, let me go back and look at that plant. If I can find two kinds of plants and two kinds of fish, no, that'd be too busy. Okay, we're just going to do one fish, one kind of plant. When I was going through here first, I was just picking things I liked. I wasn't picking what I thought would be easier for me to draw. Those are cute. They're kind of, oh no, oh no, that tore my paper. Doesn't make me happy. That was the plant. I really like that plant too. Oh dear, this may end up being a bad plan. I've never had Post-it notes mess up my pages before. That's kind of cute too, but it's really long, and I don't have a big enough page for that. Okay, I'm going to go through and try to carefully take off these Post-it notes of the ones I'm not going to use because I don't want to ruin all of these. I didn't know it would do that. Well, if I'm very, very careful, they're coming off okay. Well, I hope everything's okay with Tanya. She just said she was going to be late, and that's it. So I'm wasting a bunch of Post-it notes because now I'm having to take them out. I was planning just to leave them there to work on different ones at a different time, but I don't feel like I can do that now. I'm just choosing. I think I'm going to do this plant because that will be more fun. Okay, so this plant, and now choose a fish. I do like that fish. And I like that fish. That was for plant. Okay. Lisa is figuring out what her focal point is going to be on today's page. Um, and I think I'm going to use this plant and either this fish or this fish or this fish. Do y'all have a favorite? One, two, or three? One, two, or three? Choose. Tell me what you think. Doesn't mean I'll accept. Doesn't mean I'll do your choice, but oh, Tanya's here. Hey,
Hello.
you okay?
Oops. Yes, I'll explain in just a minute. I got to go make my camera stop doing that thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Um,
Three, one, or two, or one.
oh,
Okay.
do I get to pick? I have no
Well,
idea.
well, you have as much a chance as anybody else. Here's one.
Okay, I can't see him. Just a minute.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay, there's one. That's one.
Midney and Jamie said they're glad you're here.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Hi, Wallflower.
Okay.
I
Sharon
don't
said
think we've seen you
three.
in here before, but we're glad you're here.
Yes,
And
we are.
she says two.
And Sharon says three. Jamie says one or two. Mindy says one. So you're in trouble. You're just gonna have to pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
So
look though, and then
okay.
okay. So here's one,
Uh-huh.
two. We're just choosing the fish right now. I've already chosen a plant.
Okay.
Or three.
Well, I
Let me
like
show you
two,
the
but
plant so that you can. This is the plant I'm going to use.
yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. I like two because I happen to like its color changing thing. It's
Yeah.
shading. So, but I don't care. Um, no, I'm really sorry, but someone who was supposed to be here at 12:30 didn't get here until about quarter to two.
Well, I'm
So,
just glad that it was not some kind of emergency.
no. We're having trials and tribulations with mom at the moment, but they're not emergencies, not yet. But
Well, I'm glad they're not emergencies, but
she's not feeling well. So,
well, we'll be praying for her.
well, thank you. Her leg was all swollen up yesterday, and when she doesn't feel well, she's very hard to live with.
Well, aren't you glad she doesn't live with you?
That is one reason why she doesn't live with us. Okay,
Hi, Linda. We're glad you're
I
here.
sort of finished, but I
Oh, it's
don't.
beautiful.
Well, but to me, it's not finished
Yeah.
because
What will it
it
take to
needs
finish it?
uh, uh, a paint marker.
Ah, well,
So I think it needs some black and white dots and lines and stuff because But I was going to try a graphite pencil today and see what I thought because I kind of think that it's gonna take more than well, maybe I can do it with a pencil. I'll have to go in and see.
yeah.
Um,
That's true,
it's
Sharon. Number three and number two both have the the color of the plant in them.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to draw the plant first, and then I'm going to use either number two or number three.
Okay.
Um,
So I have no idea who all is here, so I'm going to give everybody a wonderful blanket hello, apologize for being late, and tell you that I'm probably going to do some more like graphite. I'm probably going to have to hunt up a softer pencil. Um, some more lines with this and dots and things. So it really didn't get finished, but I did kind of have my hands full yesterday. So um, I
Well,
will
that's
tell
okay.
you that I will finish it when I can. So, yeah, I think the pencil will work. I just need a better one. It just doesn't have enough definition to me. And that's, me. So, but of course it needs black. See, Barbara agrees it needs black.
Yeah,
It just does. It needs that black
and it's
stuff.
hard to get. Um,
Okay.
which one is that? Okay.
I'm cheating. I'm going to use a pen.
Okay.
Because, see, look, that's just going to be.
It's your party. You
Yeah,
can
I know.
you can play with whatever you want.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, I still am not a big fan of colored pencils. Now, I just can't see that that better colored pencils would make me any happier because it really makes me grumpy when they break.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I've
yeah,
chosen the greens.
I think it needs some black. You okay? Well, we'll play with that later because I can do that in front of the TV. Not TV, but I can do it while I'm working tonight.
You have your
Yeah,
show
I
tonight.
had well, it started last night. So with everything else that was going on yesterday, I I just had like 5 seconds of spare time. So I was up at mom's apartment for several hours and
Oh dear.
stuff like that. Uh-oh, what's the matter? Did it go on the
No,
ground?
I knocked some of Hannah's Inktense pencils onto the ground.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
No.
Barbara inked around her first one too. By the way, Mindy, I saw yours really quick when I was trying to get in here today, and it's really pretty. So, I'm still trying to figure out what I did with those Prismacolor pencils that I got. I'm sure I got some. It's like, okay, where are they then? hmm
Well, you'll find them about the time we finish this project, probably.
Ooh, that's a white one. Mm. Yeah, about the time we fit. Well, there's places I can't get to because of all the mess in here. So that's not helping matters any. My studio, guys, has not been getting cleaned up. That's
Oh, mine hasn't either. I haven't had time. I barely have time
mm-mm.
to do the things I'm doing. Um, I mean, I've done a little bit, but not like I planned. I took some stuff to the thrift store the other day, so I know I've done some, um, but not like my plan was. Okay,
Then he says it's okay to use pen on it. It seems to need it.
there you
Hi,
go.
Brenda, and hello to everybody who's here.
Hi,
I'm sorry I
Brenda.
was late. Um, well, we have a big thrift store box. Jeff's got a box out in the shed, and I got a box in the living room. That as I come across stuff that's going out from mom's stuff is or where I've switched stuff out. Mom had a set of Pyrex bowls that are old. They're real old. But I wanted her big yellow bowl. I've told her all my life that that big yellow bowl was mine when she was ready to give it up. Um, so when I undid her kitchen, she has the whole set. I only had one of them, and there was a red one, and she had a red one too. So I have the whole set plus an extra red one. Well, I had these other Pyrex bowls that I didn't like as much. They were newer, but you know, when you get used to using a specific bowl for your salad or whatever, then you have to
Yeah.
continue to use it. Well, so I had to make sure that they were going to work before I put my bowls in the thrift store box, which is exactly what I've done. But you know, it's just one of those you have to figure it out a little at a time. So I'm going to make flower field because I'm lazy and I didn't plan anything. And why did I not plan anything? You know, because I'm lazy.
I think it's because you're busy.
Okay, what? Rain falling slowly, softly on her tin roof. Oh, that's kind of like being in the camper when it rains. I love to be in the camper when it rains. Of course, I don't like it when it's, you know, storming and blowing the camper around in different directions. But I do like it when it rains.
My plant is definitely not very much resembling um, what's here. it's it's going to be a barely like it.
I barely like it. Okay. Now, hi, Mina.
And I made some, and I don't think you can erase these. I don't think these erase.
What the
Ink
ink
tints
tins?
pencils.
Probably not very well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go for it. And,
And do what you can. Is that the plan?
yeah.
Well, and you notice she's drawing very nice and neatly, guys, and I'm just scribbling. Hmm hmm Jeff is putting the plants in the car now. So, did I tell you Tuesday about putting on the gardening group that we had some bananas and some elephant ears that we were going to thin and wanting to find out if people wanted them?
Uh huh.
Okay, so you know that I had like 20 messages in like 5 minutes. It was a little longer than that, but close. Um, I'm that was well who one of these people was is coming to get plants. Linda
Okay.
says hello, hello, ladies.
Hi, Linda.
Oh, there's blue in
Hi,
my
Teresa.
there's. Oh, I didn't say hello to Teresa. Well, I tried to say hello. I don't know who all is here. There's blue in my brush, which that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, I used green instead of orange.
Uh-oh.
It's just going to be what it is.
Well, put a little orange in the green, and then we'll call it that you were doing shading.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay.
Hi, Rachel. Um,
Hi, Rachel. Glad you're here.
that was one of the things I thought was interesting about the last piece, and how you have to work with that to make it be mixed media layered and stuff, is that you that have to work the focal points or the front, and so you work, instead of working from the back to the front, you work from the front to the back, which is very interesting if you ask me.
Yeah, it's different from what we're used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that I may be putting way too much Inktense pencil on here.
Yeah, it doesn't take very much. It's um that's that's one of the reasons that I like them so well. And there's the other Barbara. I don't know if she was here earlier. Okay, so I need a clean one of those. Put it up here where it's out of the way. I wonder where my Dollar Tree brushes are because I don't like this one. There. By the way, guys, if you haven't gotten any of these things from Dollar Tree, you should watch for them because they are pretty nice water brushes.
And there was like
Um,
3 for $1, right?
yeah. This one was in a set from Hobby Lobby, and I do not like them. So, okay, so there's that. Okay, and then we need some little flowers.
I went to Hobby Lobby and to Michael's to see if they had tapestry yarns,
Uh huh.
just to see what they were charging for them because I was paying $1 for the bigger hanks of tapestry yarn at the thrift store, and I didn't have any idea, what they would sell them for, um, at Hobby Lobby or whatever. Anyway, the lady at Hobby Lobby didn't even know what I was talking about when I said tapestry yarn. She said, "Is that a brand?" I said, "No, it's a type of yarn that you weave tapestries with." And she said, "Well, is it acrylic or nylon?" I said, "No, it's wool. It's 100% wool." And she goes, "Oh, well, then I can show you real quickly whether we have it or not because we have 4 skeins of yarn that are 100% wool, and that's it.
Oh my.
Everything else has at least some acrylic in it." And so she showed me where those were, and they were definitely not tapestry yarns. Um, so now I know. They were pretty
Well,
yarns though. There were different natural colors of wool,
wool. Uh huh.
but they weren't um they weren't tapestry yarns. I went to Michael's and they do have a few tapestry yarns, but they're $5 a hank and it's I think it's barely over an ounce. I'm not sure of yarn. And I had a $5 voucher coupon
Mm-hmm.
and a 40% off coupon. And with those 2 things, I managed to buy two colors that I didn't think I could I could make that I really liked.
Mhm.
Um, and spent $2 on two hanks. So that was the same price as the thrift stores. So I was okay with that. Um,
Well, now
but
would needlepoint yarn work?
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
would have thought Hobby Lobby had a lot of needlework yarn,
they have
needlepoint yarn.
kits.
They have
They
kits,
have
but no separate yarns.
no separate yarns. They do have lots of the DMC flosses in different weights and things, but
Yep.
not wool needlepoint yarns. And
Okay.
sometimes at thrift stores you can find, um, oh my goodness, Jude.
Yes, I was going to say you need to should look up there and see Jude's. Thank you, Jude. I'm sure Lisa just that's just
I,
wonderful for you to
I'm
do
just kind
that.
of speechless. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Give you a happy dance, a happy dance, a happy, happy dance. You're such a doll. Well, we like inspiring y'all. Because it inspires us too. Um, thank you, sweetie. Uh,
I didn't
we
mean to change the conversation, but we had to change the conversation.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm so glad you did because I was looking down here. I wasn't looking up there. Um, and anyway, you can use whatever you want to use. It doesn't have to be wool tapestry yarn or even wool needlepoint yarn. You can use acrylic yarns if you want to. Um, I just wanted to, if I was going to be spending, money on yarn
Yeah,
anyway, and I could find
yeah,
the tapestry yarns, that's what I wanted to use. If I
right.
had a big selection of acrylic yarn or even had just had the right colors, if I just
Mm-hmm.
had the right colors in acrylic yarn, I would have used what I had, but I didn't. So I went to the thrift store to see what I could find. Um, but so I'm definitely not saying people need to go buy
No,
tapestry yarn or needlepoint yarns, but needlepoint yarns usually are wool as well.
yes, and that's what I was thinking. And it was just one of those things where it just was in my head because I have skeins of wool yarn from when I was doing some felting things,
Right?
but they're still full skeins, so I don't know that I want to what do you call that? I want to
Take part of it out.
take part of it out of a full skein when I can use a couple full skeins and knit slippers and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which is
I
what they were
understand.
bought for.
That's why I'm not wanting to use my hand spun yarns that would be the right colors
Right.
for the same reasons.
Yep. So,
Now we're gonna have to throw some water on this and see.
well, one thing about, of course, you're being very, very neat, and I'm not. But one thing about pencil and watercolor pencil is that it does usually leave little lines. I
Yeah.
mean, there's little lines in there. Yeah, you can't see that any better that way. So I might as well. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to flash you, but um,
Yes, thanks for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. I just appreciate you. I appreciate everybody just being here and being
yes,
interested in the things that we do. We really like sharing these things with you, and we like that you care and you're interested. Um, it it makes our days happier
it's
to be able
always
to.
way more fun to do something when you're sharing it with someone else. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about it. And and the fact that you guys don't care if we're not experts.
Right. Exactly. We
This
love y'all
certainly
for
is.
that.
This certainly is definitely not expert watercolor painting kind of thing.
No, no. We love you for the fact that you don't care if we're not experts.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like, oh my. Uh-huh.
Okay, I think I'm I think I'm scared. So I'm gonna go ahead
Uh-oh.
and draw my fish before I add water.
Oh, okay. So skirt. Uh-huh.
I'm scared. Um, and I hope Hannah doesn't have these in some kind of order because
Uh-oh.
they're no longer
Yeah.
going to be in a specific order.
Teresa says I can't flash her. So,
Okay.
Barbara says she's loving her page for today. She's using ink tints mostly, may finish with the Prismacolors. She's not sure.
Yep. Not sure. That pretty much explains how I'm feeling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what?
What?
I don't have room for them big fish.
Uh-oh. Well, you're going to have to make your fish in the background and make him small so it looks like the plants are in front of him.
Where yeah, I could put him like right here instead of up here.
Rachel says expert, the past tense of water under pressure.
There we go. Well, we don't want to be that, so I'm glad we're not
No,
experts.
kind of like my front
Thank
yard.
you, Brenda.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all. Like my front yard was a couple weeks ago.
It
They
was
finally came and fixed
expert.
it. Yeah, they finally came and fixed it. And then they came back and put what do you call that? Sod over the top of it. But we haven't had any rain, so here we have sod on a hole that there's no way it's going to live unless Jeffrey waters it all the time. So,
Okay, now I can tell y'all right now, my fish, all these posty notes, that was such a joke. Sometimes good plans are not good. That was okay. Um, my fish is probably not going to look like this, and I don't know if I
that's all
can
right.
even get it.
If it looks like a fish, you're doing better than me.
Okay, well, hopefully it will look like a fish. Trying to get it where I'm in screen. Okay, I think I want to make him look like he's going up since we're down here. I just realized something. I need some little, I know there's not any in here, but I want some little spriggy
Things, huh?
stuff. Yeah, down at the bottom. I don't want it just, okay. We'll put sand in, maybe, maybe not. Okay. Breathe, Lisa. Okay. Oh, I was going to have him going up.
Jeffrey's so excited. He's
Okay, y'all
getting rid
can't.
of.
I'm
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Oh,
There's the
he's
basics of
perfect.
my fish.
Yes, he's perfect. There he goes.
Oh,
Um, he's so excited. He's getting rid of some of those elephant ears that are in his way. It's like,
well, good.
yeah. Well, the silly things, the people before us here planted them everywhere, and they are kind of invasive. He keeps digging them out, but it's kind of hard to get rid of them sometimes. So trying to get, I mean, having somebody come that wants them, I'm like, just make sure you have room for them.
Yeah.
Don't everybody talk at once now. That's what Teresa says. Let's say this is the most relaxing thing I've done all day. Thank you. Well, thank you, Rachel.
Yes. We're glad. It's the
Yeah.
most relaxing thing I've done today too, and I'm a little stressed by it. So you can tell what my day's been like.
Well,
Though it really hasn't been bad. I just took it hard, I think, more than anything.
mhm. Another one of those running around days.
Yeah.
How
And
did
it was
your
things that
ma? Okay, go ahead.
oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. Go on.
It was things that what?
uh just things that had to be done, but not things that I necessarily enjoy doing.
Wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know about that. I started to ask you how your mom enjoyed her trip to Branson.
They enjoyed it immensely.
Well, that
Um
is a wonderful thing.
yes, it is. They had a really good time and everything went real smooth, and so I was really glad.
Yeah, they're all being kind of quiet.
Yeah, they're mesmerized by our beautiful art.
Well, I don't know because they could barely see it. It's
That's
like,
true. That's the one bad thing about working in the pencils.
okay, I
Well, no,
wonder
there
if
are
they.
other things. I would get, that maybe I'm not so good at it for one thing, but the worst thing is that you can't even see our mistakes, much
Well,
less our successes.
it's very hard to see any of it. Allie's still here, so and the house is chilly, but it's warm outside, and it's like I keep putting on jacket, taking off jacket. So thank you, Jeff.
I think I'm going to try to do the basics of the fish and let it dry and then come back and try to do some detail work, because I don't see me being able to get any real detail from um,
Well, I'm kind of just putting in, yeah, color splotches right now.
yeah,
Um, and Barbara made the comment she's using her ink tints and she might come back with some Prismacolors,
yeah.
and I might do that too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're going to have to do to get detail on it once we,
Yeah.
put some
Um,
water in it.
I may come in with some more shading with some of the water, but Janice, make a cup of tea or coffee and then decide. Mona's here. Hi,
Hi, Mona. It's good to see you.
Mona. Allie's.
Oh, what a wonderful reason to be away. Hugging on the grandbabies. I definitely like that.
That plan.
Yeah.
Um, Allie's deleting year old, old emails.
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun.
No.
Necessary, but not fun.
Of course, the ones I probably deleted are the ones I need, so Now here's the problem. I don't have any background color. So to get background color, I'm going to have to put something in there. And I opened my good brush again, and I don't need that kind of a brush for this. And if I use up all the water in it, then I have to go fill it up. See, and I didn't want to do that.
I don't blame you.
Kimberly's here, River's here.
Hi, Kimberly.
She's down now to 55,627.
Oh my goodness.
I
Whew.
have no idea. I have no idea how many's in my box. I just kind of ignore them. But I must delete about 60 or 70 every day, so
Yeah, I
you
do
would
too.
think you would think they would go away, but
I'm probably not getting these back in the order she has them in, but that's what happens when you loan stuff to your mom.
there you go. Uh-huh.
Okay, now then, watercolor pencil. I mean,
She'll
brush.
figure it out.
I forget how much different these ink tints pencils look. I mean, the color after you activate them.
Oh,
This is
mm-hmm.
way yellower than I. Um,
Well, the nice thing is that once it dries, you can add in a little more color and change it completely.
that's true, and I probably will because it's supposed to be kind of orangey.
Okay. Now I have to decide on a background color. And I know you guys can't not see any of the color in that, but there is really pretty colors in it. Hmm. Let's see here what we can do. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe.
Well, there's my fish at this point.
Oh, he's
Def-
cool.
It's definitely going to need some work. Now we'll work
Well,
on the rest of it.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's true, but this isn't Rome.
No, but it is a fish. And I'm pretty sure that fishes. There's one of those words again that wants to come out like that. Fish weren't built in a day either. Although, yeah, they might have been. See, Tanya's fibbing again. She's not thinking very clearly.
Well, originally, maybe they were built in a day, but
Yes.
nowadays they take longer to come to fruition, just
Well,
like
see
human
that's
beings could take longer to come to fruition.
there you go. See, that's kind of where I was headed.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a good thing that whoever watercolored the pictures in this book doesn't see my sad little try copying them. They definitely can't say I plagiarized because it definitely doesn't look
Like their fish.
like their fish or their plants even. It's just reminiscent of it or a inspired by it.
Hmm. Brittany says she loves your fish, so.
Well, thank you, Brittany. Whew.
One thing about this is that with watercolor pencils and this, I have to. I think I'm building up layers. Is kind of how I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
That's.
And I think that's the way you should do it. I think I tried to put too many colors in all at once, but I was wanting them to kind of blend,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know how to make them blend if I don't put them.
Well, when paint with the Inktense ones, what I do is I put the light color down first and paint the whole thing, and then I go in each and just very. I don't put hardly any density in at a time. I keep going in and adding, even if it's the same color, I
Yeah.
go in and add more of that color and until it builds to the way I want it. At least that's how when I was working with the fairy book, when I was coloring in those, that's how used them. And that seemed to work for me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Rachel says, I always get a chuckle out of building estimates these days. Take their number and double it if it's a residence, and go wild if it's a commercial or government building. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm definitely going to have to come back in with more orange. I don't know. I think I just had a different pencil than I thought I had in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't paying good enough attention, and I ended up with way more um, gold and yellow than what I thought I was doing.
Well, and to me, they never really come out looking quite like um, the pencil looks.
Yeah,
They're always just a little different.
a little darker, a little brighter, a little something.
Hmm. Something. There, at least though the page is not totally white. That was just bothering me.
I think it's really pretty. So, is this your background,
Well,
or is this
it's got the flowers on it already. I'm going to make them more prominent
by adding layers?
by adding layers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So some of them will probably stay in the background, and some of them will become really defined. Is that
That's
kind of
my
the plan?
plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Sounds
kind
like
of
a good plan.
the way I'm thinking about it, because like there's a flower right here that you can't really see on screen, but it's there. It needs to be a little bit more definite. Um,
Okay. Trying to see if that fish is dry enough I can add some more color to it. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, I like it better with that little something something at the bottom there.
oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, nowadays everything is just kind of turned on its head. You can't be sure of anything. You can't be sure how long stuff's going to take to get where you want it to go, or if you can even find what you need. Um, so I'm not surprised that building cost has gone crazy. We had we have a car that we had to take to the dealer to get some recall stuff done on it. And I just got a text yesterday, and he said it looks like it's going to be at least a week before they get the parts in, because some of them are at a certain place that is way behind on getting orders out. So, of course, I expected that. So I'm not, it didn't upset me
It
to hear
didn't.
it.
I was going to say you kind of knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. I'm just glad that they think they can actually get all the parts. And
Yeah.
so,
Well, it's just like Jeffrey's Jeep when we had to take it in. We just lucked out because they'd had a similar problem, and for some unknown reason, they still had a part in stock at
oh, that
the
was a blessing.
yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten it back for a while.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to add the detailing to the fish with the ink tints, or if I want to go in and do it with colored pencils. I think I'm going to add a little bit of a darker blue with the ink tints, because that wasn't nearly as dark as I thought it was going to be. And it was a little bit brighter blue than I expected. So we'll do that. And I totally messed up his mouth here when I was putting the water on it. Oh, you can't see that? It's blurring out on me. Sorry.
Yeah, and this is still real light, so you can't really see what's happening, but it's coming together. It's, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, well, we got a little while.
Do you think?
Yeah, we
Okay.
got, well, it's 10 after 3, so we got a little over an hour.
All right. Well, Tuesday, I have to admit, I was totally lazy and I sent Jeff after Taco Bell.
Good for you.
But we
Some
had our
days are
salad.
just like that.
We had our salads for dinner yesterday, so
Okay, let's add in a little, it's kind of a brownish. Let's do that, some of that. I'm just trying to get this color sort of similar. That was way too yellow. Okay. Rachel says that is not totally lazy. That is well deserved and totally acceptable. There you go, Tanya.
Okay. Yes, but we've been doing that a lot lately.
Jude
All
says
last
she's been
month.
waiting for a box since the middle of October from the US. Oh,
Oh
goodness, yeah.
no. Um, I haven't shipped beads outside the US in a long time because it's just the shipping costs is so awful. Um,
And then you don't know for sure it's even going to get there.
no, you don't. And I mean, the smallest package going to Canada is now 12 something, I think. So, that's kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, it's still didn't change it much. Maybe I need a darker brown.
$90 for a small box. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, it kind of eliminated all of my overseas customers. Of course, they've been dropping off quite a bit because um, a lot of places had started that didn't have what do you call that? It's a tax
Oh,
for
tariffs?
tariffs. Yes, that didn't have tariffs. Uh, have tariffs. They started having tariffs, and that kind of eliminated a lot of my customers too.
Yeah.
So, Jeffrey went and had his hearing tested again today. So, um, next year he gets new hearing aids again. So that will be good.
Oh, my goodness. Rachel says, Jude, any cross border shipping is horribly slow. I sent a parcel to Oklahoma from Niagara Falls, Canada, and customs opened it. Strange how the $20 bill got lost in transit.
Oh, yeah. Uh huh.
Okay.
All
I think.
righty.
Whoa, 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 don't, please don't
Okay.
fall. Please don't fall.
Please don't fall. Uh oh. Not good. It's gonna fall.
No, I caught it.
Okay.
I just don't want to, not be trusted to use these ever again. I'd have to buy my own then.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, because they do break.
Yeah.
But even these inexpensive ones, I had one last night that it kept breaking and breaking and breaking. It made me so irritable. Thank you, Holly. We'll see when it's done. If it looks like I think it will look, it's going to take a while though.
Well, even if it doesn't look like it did in your head, it's going to be pretty.
Well, thank you. Um, it already doesn't look like it was in my head, but that's okay. Partially because I was thinking about doing that black background thing, and
Oh, uh-huh.
um, and watercolor pencils do not lend themselves to that because there's not enough density of color to put black behind it.
Yeah. Could you use a black Stabilo pencil or black Inktense pencil to go behind it?
I might just water it down a little bit, but I kind of put the
Yeah.
blue in there, and I think the blue will be all right too.
Okay. Let's go back and look at the leaves again, and if I can remember. Whoops. Oh, maybe it was forward a little bit. Can't remember where they were in the book. There we go. Okay. Well, mine are definitely not red enough. Okay. That's what
Um,
I needed to know. That's what I needed to know because I like the color of the ones that are in the book, and they may still not be um, enough, but we're going to make them redder.
okay.
It's all experimentation, guys. At least for me and Tanya, it is because
Yeah, it's all about playing with it. It's about playing with the supply that we're not used to using. That's now I don't dislike the watercolor pencils as much as I really don't like the um I'm not very good with these, but the I'm getting color and they're doing what I sort of expect. You know, they're not real dense, but neither is watercolor. So I'm okay with that. But the um the regular colored pencils, I'm just, I don't know. I'm probably going to have to work with them a lot longer to find a way that really makes me happy using them.
well, I didn't put enough on this one, this big leaf. These little ones did a pretty good job of changing to the color I want, but this one's not.
Just let it dry a little bit and then add another layer.
Yep, 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 yep. I also need, while I'm here doing stuff, to add more dark green into the leaves.
Nothing we're stealing. Oh dear.
I do think I'm glad I made it too light to begin with, and then am adding the darker because you can't go back and add lighter.
No, you cannot.
So
That's
it
one of those.
I did it the right way, even though it's taken me several tries to get where I want to be. And that's probably the thing I don't really like about pencils.
Is that it takes layers.
It takes so many layers to just try to
Hmm.
get, the look you want. But I'm not really a painter either. And If I was more of a painter, that probably wouldn't bother me as much. I'm a collager,
Yeah.
instant gratification.
Well, it's just a different way of working, I think. You know, when we collage something,
Hi,
we
Kimberly.
add our layers.
Sorry I missed you for a minute, but I'm glad you're here.
We add our layers in a different way.
Yeah.
By the way, Jean was on today. Jean Peter was on today. I happened to be. I was working, and I happened to pop over there and saw she was live. She was working on a little book that, oh, it was just yummy. She was doing some pages in a little book, and she was just making yummy pages, and I got to go back and watch some more of it. I just haven't had time to watch videos. I haven't even watched all the same 6 Wednesday videos yet, which I must do soon.
Yeah, they were all good. I loved what you did with all the cards on yours, especially like those jacks. Um,
Well, it was just like, okay, what am I going to do now? And it just said, okay, let's cut out the jacks. Yep, yep. We gotta have little jacks. Uh-huh.
oh,
Yeah.
they were really cute. Okay, it's beginning to look a little bit more like it.
Oh yeah, that's looking really good, Lisa. Talking, not talking, spelling is awful tonight. Taking, not talking. Oh, taking, not talking. Okay.
Um, I was watching. I haven't got to watch Dee Dee Willingham in a long time, but I was watching her. And it was after I was she wasn't live anymore, but it was a recent live that she
Uh
did.
huh.
But she was working doing collage in little books, and she was using a half size composition book.
I can't find them. I've been
I
looking
can't
for
find
them.
them either. I've been looking. I found them on Amazon, but it's $17 for 12 of them.
Oh, good grief.
And I found them on Walmart, and it's $17 for 12 of them. But you can't just go buy one or two. I went to Walmart and looked all over because that's where she got hers, but
Right.
they didn't have them.
Well, we talked
Um,
about them one day on my Sunday live stream, and
I guess I wasn't there yet.
they said they could get them at Walmart, but I have not. I've been in Walmart. Of course, I don't go to Walmart very often, so that's one of the things. I don't go there very often, but I certainly have not been able to find them at Walmart. So
Oh, that would have
I've
been
been
great, Brittany. She saw them at Walmart during back to school. It was $5 for a 10 pack.
yeah, that's what they were saying, and I can't find them anywhere. So I'm gonna keep looking though, because I think they will be fun.
I think I love that landscape kind of aspect ratio.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think they would be really fun to work at, especially for a glue book kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
No, Brenda, the ones she got, they actually come that half size. I mean, I could cut one in half. That's not a big deal. I could, but it's also the fact that they have the rounded corners on both faces and all that kind of thing.
well,
So
and the
it's like,
sewing, if you cut it in half, you would might mess up the sewing that keeps them
yeah.
together. But anyway, I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. How come I haven't seen those?" But if I had, I always look at composition books at when school supplies are out, and I didn't see them. I would have bought some if I had seen them. But I didn't really go. I actually didn't go this year and do it like I normally do. So um, now that I think about it, I remember thinking I've got composition books. I don't need to go look at those today. Landscape rocks. That's right, Riri. Riri got 3 packs. Yay for you. yay for you. I probably would have if I'd seen them, but I'm glad you did because they're hard to find now. So I'm glad you got some. Anyway, I'm going to keep my eyes out, but I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Okay, see, they're getting darker.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know, I could probably use a black colored pencil
Yeah, once they're dry, just
once
do
they're
that.
dry and go in around them if I want to.
Okay. I'm still, oh, it's like it's decided this is all the color it's going to take. It's not really wanting to get any darker now. Okay. So I'm going to,
Well, that's all right because, you know, it doesn't have to match. Or did you want it that color?
I
Is
just
that
love that color.
I see. Okay.
And I
That
wanted it
that
to be that color, but
I
um,
see.
anyway,
Um,
when it
honey,
dries, I'll go in again with a darker red and see if that helps.
okay. Yeah, well, or cheat and go to your Inktense blocks.
They're available online for $1 each, sold by the dozen. Well, even when I saw them, they were even more than that because by the dozen they were 17 something.
Yeah, and I sure don't
So
need a dozen.
yeah, no, I don't need a dozen either. But at $1 each, I'd be tempted more than I am at 17. 12 and 17,
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
yeah.
Don't have a sienna. I've just got browns. Um,
You might
there's
have to use
baked earth.
baked earth is kind of a brown, but it's not gonna make it red like that, I don't think.
Yeah,
Um, I think you're
that's
gonna
the
have to go
reddest
in.
brown I see.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to go in with some red from the looks of that.
Yeah. Oh, let's
Oh,
try this graphitent. Um, port. It's called. It's kind of a purpley.
oh yeah, port might help it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's just give it a shot here and see. I'm going to go ahead and outline it in that, and then add some inside too, because the outside is not as well defined as I would like. So
Okay.
on this big one anyway, the littler ones are better, but
Okay, Holly just put up a thing that has a 6 count on it.
Okay,
In
cool.
stock, 6 for $10. Thank you for hunting them. Of course, I
I
still don't.
appreciate that, Holly.
Yeah, I I have so much paper around here.
Yeah. I probably still won't go buy them, but 6 is better than 12 for 17,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's about the same price.
Yeah.
Actually, you're just not having to buy so many.
Jude says that looks closer to the original color.
It's getting better. Okay, we're going to stop there with the colors because this one is just beginning to look
Like
overworked
you've
and
worn the paper too much.
yeah, well it doesn't really look pilly like that. It's
Uh-huh.
just like um it's not well there it goes. Let's say it's not wanting to blend in at all. It's just sitting on top, but maybe it just needed to sit wet for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to stop there on that.
There's a point. Yep, yep.
There you go, Jude. Well, my children have always have always drawn better than me. When Ethan was 5, he would not even draw. He wouldn't even put pencil to paper. The idea of it, it frustrated him, made him angry. And so I spent, anything that you could answer out loud, that was kindergarten work. When he was 5, before we even started kindergarten, he could answer those questions. He could do any of it, but he wouldn't write anything. He didn't want to color in color books. If he at Sunday school, they'd give him a page and tell him to color it, and he would just go and turn it in because he just didn't want to do it. And he said, I hate, coloring and all that. Well, so I was trying to make him just find some way that he could enjoy just putting color on paper. It didn't have to become anything. And so I got put on some music, some classical music, and just gave him all different colored pencils and markers and crayons, and said, just do what the music feels like to you. And so he would just scribble with all these colors on there. And after about a week of that, he said, can I draw something real? And I said, sure. What do you want to draw? And he said, a volcano. I said, okay, draw a volcano. He goes, I still want the music. So we put the music on and he drew a volcano. He had lava coming out. He had the whole thing. And then after that, he said, okay, I want to draw something better than that. I said, that's fine. What do you want to draw? He said, a train. I said, okay. And by the time he was 7, he was drawing trains from the front and the top and the side and from underneath, and drawing all the, the gears and the wheels um, and from that point on, I've never been able to draw as good as him. I was like, okay, he still doesn't like to write, but drawing he can do. It's different in your brain.
Yep. Mhm.
And so his brain's happy to draw, and he does a good job. But um, But anyway, it was one of those things I thought it's a pretty low bar to say your whole plan for their kindergarten year is to get them to be able to do something on paper.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
But I figured since he'd already mastered all the work, getting him to put something on paper was a worthy goal. And so that's where we
Yeah.
went. That's one of the blessings of homeschooling. You can do what they need instead of what's on the schedule.
Yeah. Uh-huh. When your 2.5-year-old tells their grandmother how frogs hibernate in the winter time and they do this and they do that, and you're like, well, whatever you got to do. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the fish. Nope, not that fish. Let's take that off before it wrecks the paper like the other ones did. Okay. I think I'm gonna do the rest of the detail work in this with um pencils that are not I'm not
Watercolor.
gonna not watercolor. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to use that set of Hannah's Prismacolor pencils that she gave me because I haven't used it yet.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
And we will, because she gave them to me so I could do this project.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know I was planning to do this project with whatever I could find around the house.
Oh,
Okay.
was
The only
this
problem is these are not the right colors.
did she have an ulterior motive to keep you away from hers?
No, she was
I
actually
know
she
she
was
was.
buying herself um some art supplies and she said mom, I have a job now and you've spent a lot of money on art supplies on me over the years, so I want to buy you something and this is what I bought for you. So
That was just really sweet of her. I was teasing you anyways.
he does love music, Rachel, that's true. Both of my kids love music, and a big variety of kinds of music too. They like all different kinds of music because I played them all different kinds of music. Holly says apparently I learned with rock music by my spelling.
Okay. Okay. Well, uh,
Oh, oh, that's funny.
I obviously
Me
can't
too, Holly.
spell either. Yep. My ability to spell is non-existent. Mm. There are certain words I have learned to spell over the years because it irritated me so much that I always spelt them wrong. The word another still comes out wrong. I have to back up and fix it every time.
I always mess up those words like chief and chef.
Mm.
Yep, don't like those.
I wrote something the other day. I can't remember what it is. Is one of those words that there's two words that are pronounced the same. They mean different. They have different. there's there's an English thing for that, but
Right.
they're pronounced the same, but they mean different things, and they're spelt differently, right? I can't remember what that's called.
Is that diphthong or is that I can't remember either. I get all those terms confused.
Yeah. Anyways, I wrote it and I knew it was wrong. But do you think I could figure out how to fix it? Like, okay, I know this is wrong. I know that is not the right word. Come on, figure out how to fix it.
Excuse me, I'm going to mute for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Like lead and lead. Yeah. Those no, this one was actually spelt different, Barbara. Um,
Like there and there and there.
yeah, like there and there and there, and it was one of those words, although it was not a common one. Okay.
Riri says she charmed her plants at work. Seriously. While she was talking to the bean plant, it would turn towards her. She has witnesses.
Oh my.
I read a study um, where they talked to plants. Oh, and
I was reading Jen's autocorrect can sometimes be my friend. Well, usually it's not my friend. That's a good one, Holly. Mm-hmm. Yep. If it's gonna be wrong, you might as well do it.
do it up good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Linda says, "Well, I'm a totally bad speller. Even Google spell check can't figure out what I want to write." Yeah, me too.
Me too. My son told me that if Google can't figure it out, then I'm not using my phonetics, is what he told me. He said, use your phonetics. I'm like, spell it how it sounds. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, child. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes easier to say than to do.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Okay, we're gonna try this out. Oh yeah. No, I don't think that I'm gonna like that. That's not gonna cut it. Mm-mm. Well, maybe. Nope, don't like that at all. But that might work. Hmm. Well, we may gonna be ruining it right here. We'll see.
Oh, goodness.
We'll decide. Oh, that's gorgeous, Lisa. When
Oh,
Google goes, oh, it's a bad sign. Oh, too funny. Yeah, when Google goes, huh, it's a bad sign. That's true. Okay, that was really interesting. Okay, I kind of like that. Um, these are those Stampin' Up. They're metallic and I just put it on real light and not real dense, and then I erased it and blended it out with the little rubby thing,
which
which I
one is
really
that?
this it's a metallic kind of teal color, and I put it right there.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
I was trying some darker and I like it better lighter,
Yeah. I
but I
like the
might use,
subtlety of it though.
yeah, I might use the darker up close to some things. Um, but because the watercolor is not the pencil, this magic rubby thing is not taking it off. So it is doing my background pretty nice. I kind of like it. There's more color than you can see on this camera. So I think we will put in
Thank
some
you,
background.
Rachel. Thank you so much. And you have a great day and a good sleep too.
Yep.
God bless you, hon.
Bye bye. Rain, rain, and rain. Yes, that's the kind of words, Riri, that whatever word it was that I was trying to use, um, that was the kind of thing that was happening, and I knew it was wrong, but I could not figure out what the right word was. Now I will tell you that these are really soft. These pencils are very soft leaded, and they what do I want to? They smudge pretty good. There's lines in my background, but not much. USA, you can write color in other countries of Europe. Color always gets me when a lady in chat told me to spell it properly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, caramel is another word that has more than one spelling. I went to write caramel on something this morning, and I had to look it up because spell check kept telling me it was wrong, and I was like, I know it's right, and I got in there, and sure enough, it had more than one spelling. So well, and Barbara, I never know whether the period goes inside or outside the quotation marks. I was that was one of those things that always confused me. But then, like I said, English and spelling, that's not my strong suit. Oh, Lisa, that's looking really good.
Thanks. Having trouble getting these little white scaly bits to show up, but it's going to be, they're on there. You just can't see them. So I'm not trying to do them as detailed as they do since they don't really show up much anyway.
Always, always goes inside the quotation marks. Okay, Barbara. I won't remember that though when I go to do something with quotation marks. That is the problem.
Okay. Um,
No one but you will care. Barbara says nobody but her will care. Okay.
well, we just won't write stuff to you. We'll just talk to you on the phone, Barbara.
There you go. That's what we'll do. Huh? Yep. Uh-huh.
By the way, I need your phone number if that's going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do in the background.
I feel a lot better now that there's some background on this thing.
Yeah.
It was just, it was like they were sticking out being ugly.
Well, sticking out is where I'm at.
Hmm.
If you can't do it right, don't send me anything.
Oh,
Okay, I won't send you anything to edit for sure.
well,
Nope.
Jeffrey, I have these long run-on sentences. It's like, don't you know what punctuation marks are? This is what Jeff always says to me. Don't you know what punctuation marks are? Nope,
I just
don't
add
know.
a few commas in and it works out fine.
Okay, that's what it works. Okay.
Yeah. Every time you pause, stick a comma in there.
That's the problem. I don't pause.
Oh, well, never mind then.
You have to not be one of those people that talks a lot if you pause. Like, no, no. I write just like I talk. Always nod, stop, run your mouth kind of thing. Mm, too funny. Okay.
Okay, in the background. Hmm. I think I'm going to start out just with a light blue, or maybe a bluish green, maybe blue and green.
Okay. Maybe
Um,
blue and green, huh? Okay.
okay, here's one that's called. It says it's teal. That's blue green. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just put down some watercolor pencil and then let it become my background.
Okay, now that I need. Is there one that's lighter? Is this blue a little lighter? How will it come out? Okay,
I
have to
just
have a
realized
piece
what
of
I didn't do on um my one from Tuesday.
what?
I didn't do the simulated ink around the edges of the page.
Oh,
That's why it didn't look finished. I knew it didn't look finished.
I'm sure you showed it to them.
I did.
Okay.
I'll show you though real quick so you can see what I mean.
Oh yeah, you were going to do ink. Oh, that came out great. That is just fabulous.
I don't really like this one,
Uh-huh.
but it is on there, so kind of stuck with it.
Okay, show it to me again. Okay, maybe put a little shade of of something on the bottom edge of each of those petals. Do you know what I'm saying? Just not the whole petal, just a little tiny bit of shading around, you know how you have each petal like this, just along this edge at the bottom of each one so that it has more depth. Now see, you put your darker shade on the top edge of the rose petals, but that's because they curve in like this. That flower is going like that. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say or not?
Yep, yep. I will play with that later. Thank you. I still
Um,
don't know if I'm going to like it because I don't like that the petals just seem to be kind of hanging out there.
yeah, they're kind of flat, is what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
I don't really like that stencil. I think that's
Oh,
I had
okay,
never
that
used it before,
uh-huh.
and so I didn't realize how it was going to look.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want this to end up looking, similar to what I do normally, I will
Mm-hmm.
have to do some of it that's not in watercolor pencils because, like the numbers and things like that,
Yeah, the things in the background.
yeah.
Well, I think that's what's wrong with that other piece, that why I feel like it's not finished, because mine almost always have dots and lines and stuff over the top. And the pencil is just not going to
It's
do
not going to
that.
give you
It's
that. Yeah.
no. So I think it's going to have some pin work. It's just the way it's going to have to be. But that's okay because,
Because it's yours. It's not peony and parakeets.
that's right. Okay, I haven't seen Julie this week.
Um, I think our time change kind of makes things harder for her
Harder for her. Okay.
because it's just that much earlier for her to have to get up
Uh-huh.
because she already had to get up really early.
Oh yeah, she was getting up at the before dawn.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to wet this down and see if it looks anything sort of similar to water. And then, okay, Barbara, thank you. I appreciate it. I rarely do anything that needs to be have more editing than I feel capable of doing. So
Oh, I just said all of mine unedited.
there you go. No need to worry. Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
find a big.
that way they know I'm incapable of certain things, proper brain function, things like that.
Things like that. Okay. Well, my only wide brush is out of water, of course. I'm gonna have to run in the house and
And fill it
mm,
up.
yeah, it's completely empty. I'll be right back.
Hmm. Good grief, it's 4 o'clock already. Now I know I was late, but I'm trying to be as light as I can with these because I don't want it too dark back there. But it looks so much better once it got rid of the white paper. So, okay. This is a fun little tool. It's not an eraser. It just rubs the pencil around. So it's kind of like one of those little paper stub things, but it just kind of blends it all together. There's still lines in my background. That's okay. It's just that it's pretty, it thins it out and it blends it together. And I'm all right with a few lines. And it might get darker still. I don't know. Barbara, how's your drawing doing today? And Mindy, how about yours? Now you know why it's called a magic rub. Yeah, this is a Prismacolor magic rub, and it's because it's not an eraser. Now it is getting smaller on the corners where I use it. It's rubbing off, and it does leave crumbs on my paper. But paper alone by itself will do that. So, but it just kind of blend. It's like a blendy tool. It like I said, there are still lines in it. Can you?
Oh
Okay.
shoot!
What did you do?
Well, I went in there and filled up my brush. I thought I need to go to the bathroom, so I went to the bathroom, but I had to hunt down some toilet paper because it was empty, and I took care of all that, and then I came back out without my water brush, so I had to go back in again. All right, be right back.
I knew that that was going to happen, that she left it in the house. Oh my gosh. Almost done doing some shading. Yeah, I like the blending stubs. Um, this, and I I thought I got this out of a set of Prismacolor pencils, so I just don't know where they're at. I can't find them. Not a big deal. Brain flushed. Yep. That's kind of where she's at. Okay, so now we have to decide. That's my little watercolor base. We have to decide if we're going to put pencil on top of this or just what we're going to do.
Oh, I need to move
Well, we're not
this
putting that
so I don't
because
get
I don't
water
wonder
on it. Because I just got this book and I'm loving it, and I don't want to.
which. Oh, yes. Where did you find that?
At the thrift store the other day when I went looking for some winter clothes from Ethan. Isn't it
Hmm.
pretty?
Yeah, it is pretty.
I love it.
I thought it was
Uh,
pretty when you were showing it to us. So, oops,
I
slammed.
couldn't remember if you were there when I was showing it. So,
Well, no, really, when you were just looking at when you were looking at the fishes, is all I really saw.
oh, okay. Well, these are not very good watercolor brushes because practically nothing is happening except they're getting wet.
Yeah, yeah. Are those the ones that came from Hobby Lobby? Let me see.
I um I think so. Yeah, no, they're from Michael's. They're Artist Loft.
Oh no, I thought you said the brush. So I was looking
Oh
at the brush.
no, the pencil. The
Oh,
I'm wetting this watercolor pencil and it's not really doing anything
not
except
doing much.
the it's looking a little purple,
Mm, okay.
which is weird.
Bye, Linda. Night night. Thanks for coming.
I think must have had some purple something on my brush.
In your brush. Yeah, I had some in
Yeah.
it when I started in mine.
Well, that gives it some sort of something to have the purple in there, but it's not what I was going for.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just huh?
Hmm. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like when it dries. It's just kind of Weird looking. But at least there's something back there.
Yeah, and you may have to do another uh kind of a layery thing to it.
Good night, Linda. I'm probably too late. She probably said that while I was in the house or something.
Yeah, or right when you came back and had to go back in the house, maybe.
Ooh. Teresa says, have you tried using a baby wipe in place of a water brush? And no, I have not.
Oh no, have not. Mm-mm.
I may put another layer on and try that.
Now, when you're blending dark colors, you want to be careful because it will go over the top of your other colors. Just an FYI.
That's gray. And that, I think, is too dark. Yep. Oh, where are my baby wipes? Oh, right
Mandy
there.
says her what you call it's on the paper. Her colored pencil does that her whatever it's on the paper. Well, that's all we can ask is that some of it's on the paper, right?
Yep. Okay, let's see. Ooh.
Ooh, what happened?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is the graphite pencil with the water brush. This is the
Yeah.
same pencil with the baby wipe.
Ooh.
And this is not mixed media paper. It's just something I was trying out the colors on. So
Ooh.
I'm thinking I'm going to use a little
Mm.
bit of that on here and try getting some darker colors to go in here with the baby wipe.
That's interesting. Can't do it now because I put this over the top of that and I don't want it to bleed, but yep. Okay.
Good hint. Thank you.
It does, however, on this particular paper, it takes the paper surface off with the baby wipe.
Uh oh.
Yeah. You don't want to do that too much. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. Knock something on the floor. You're trying to draw what Lisa drew minus a fish. Aha. Um, yeah, probably, Jude, that I need to get it wiped off some. Just using it on a plain piece of paper kind of takes most of it off. Since I was going over and over the same kind of colors, it was all right, but and I have probably grabbed it to blend graphite, which probably doesn't help because Sometimes I use my big graphite. But yeah, it probably should have been cleaned off. Okay, I want to see. Okay, there's that one and that one. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought.
Okay, well, there's a little bit more back there now. We can at least see that there's a background. It
Okay.
is subtle though, which is okay. I'm into subtle.
All right.
But now I need to let it dry and then do some kind of something something.
On it. Okay.
Welcome to the club, Jude. Welcome to the club. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying. Okay.
And that's all I ever professed to be able to do was to try.
Oh,
Okay.
I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
It looks
It's
so
come it's
happy.
getting better. It's
Yeah.
getting better all the time. It's definitely minus a lot of details so far, but
Yeah. I like it
it
though. It's getting more and more it's coming at,
yeah, it's
coming off
getting
the
more
page more.
yeah, it's getting much more dimension as each time I work with it.
Yeah.
Um
Whereas mine's still flat.
I don't think so. Okay,
Right now the only thing that gives mine dimension I think is having the fish behind the plant.
yeah. What if you used your white Prismacolor pencil and very lightly did some shading in your leaves? Would that change its dimension or would it
I don't
make
know.
it?
It didn't do I mean I can sort of see it in the fish,
Yeah, but I'm thinking more on the
but
order of you were trying to put little lines in the fish, right?
yeah,
I'm thinking more of little tiny circles where it shades.
like highlights.
Yeah, like highlights, but not the whole thing. You got to be real, yeah, because I can see that change. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to help it or not. So,
I don't know either.
thanks, Mindy. It's you know, there again, it's hard for me to not put my background down first and to then come back up with things. So it's taking a bit, but it'll work eventually.
I guess I feel like this turned into more of a painting,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and that's not really what I wanted.
What you wanted. Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanted it to look. I think I want it to look more like a collage. and I don't know how to do that. Besides doing what I've done
For that one. For the other
with
ones.
these, and I don't want to do the same thing.
No, Um, okay, lay it down, let me think. Hmm. Sharon, I was going to say, did you read what Sharon said?
That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm not sure if it's
Mm-hmm.
the right one that she's wanting me to do or not.
But there you go. I think that's. Don't know how that L got there. Oh, Tanya L. Uh huh. It's hard telling, Mindy. It's just I don't know. I have to tell you, Facebook has been really weird, and I have to work on Facebook. So that's. So the last 2 days, when I opened the group page, nothing was there. Nothing. And I can't get it to load. I have to go clear out of Facebook and go back in again,
Huh.
which is very exhausting every time I want to post a picture. So, don't know. Okay.
I'm not sure if that was enough to do it or not.
It will bring the orange one forward. And Sharon said it's the right one. It would bring the orange one forward. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I need
I'm
some
trying to think
kind.
of what you could put back there that would make it, more layered, but other than putting something back there to make it look like texture, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think I may just may be what this is.
Yeah, because
Um,
I'm afraid you'll mess it up. Because
yeah,
it's so pretty the way it is right now. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to say. It's really pretty like it is.
We're just gonna let it be a painting, I guess.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to have some pencils here. Let's see what this will do.
Oh, that brown is not brown. So we're going to have to come back in with another color again.
That one's not real brown either. That's that bark, isn't
That's
it?
this one, and it
Oh,
looks yellow, but
yeah,
it's
it's got a
so I'm gonna have to go with a different brown over the top of it. I was wanting a sandy look,
mhm.
and um,
Okay. There's one flower. One flower. Might be okay. Might be done. One.
that one is done.
I think he might be close to done. Yeah. Mhm. We'll see. Might have to add some more shadow. Am I gonna have to have this one done by Tuesday?
No,
Well, I was just going to ask you, are we going to, is there another technique we should try? I can't, I'm just,
I'd
that you had in your head or anything?
well, the only thing I had in my head, um, we had talked about maybe going ahead and putting down papers and then using the pencils on top of them.
Yeah. So, so I ought to try to have this one done by Tuesday, right?
No, you don't have to.
Well,
We don't
but
have to do
I'd like,
anything.
I know I don't have to do anything, right? Well, sorry. Yeah, there's a few things I have to do.
Well, I meant in your art.
Yeah. Oh,
I
and
didn't.
just to FYI, I have to take mom to the doctor Tuesday. That was when the only r- good time I could get. Um, but it's early in the morning, so there shouldn't be any issues with me being back home in time. So just so you know, though, I do have to be out to, and I don't like to do that, but it's just
Well,
since
taking
I
care of
was
your mom is important.
Well, and since I was having to take what they could give me in between, we can't even see the regular nurse practitioner that we usually see, because she's off all this week. But I didn't want to wait. Mom's leg is swollen. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
If there's something going on, I need to get it dealt with. So, but I think it's at like 8:30, so I can't imagine my not being back by 2 o'clock.
If you're not, there's probably more to worry about than you not being here on time.
That's right. I kind of like putting the pencils over the watercolor. It made for a nice background that you don't have to try to get smooth and, you know. Barbara says she's going to quit while she's ahead.
Now, I may wish I had, but I decided to add another fish.
Okay. Well, if you add one, are you going to have to add the third one?
Um, Thanks, Tanya. You're such a good friend.
Well, you knew you were
Oh,
thinking it, didn't you? Uh-huh. You knew you were thinking it. I knew you were thinking it already. Uh-huh. I, you know.
we'll see if we have time.
Okay, now, if you want more depth in it, you could put your other fish on a piece of paper and cut him out really, really close and add him in. Because, then it would definitely be collage. There's no quitting in art. Minnie says, okay. Uh-huh.
No quitting.
No, but there is a point where you have to stop. That
Yeah.
is there is that point where you just need to stop. And I can usually do that on a piece like this. Um, I have more trouble doing that when we're making a journal. Knowing knowing when enough is enough. Janice says you learn the colors of those fish really well. You can paint taxidermy aquarium fishes.
No thanks. Oh,
Really? Okay. Uh-huh.
That's kind of funny. Oh dear. Okay, let's see what the water does.
Hello, Vanessa. Well,
Hi,
thank you.
Vanessa. It's good to see you here. Thank you.
I'm not sure how mixed media this piece is either, Lisa. You know, and I don't think I can get any black and white, over the top of this one. Like, I was thinking, I didn't use any washi tape on my piece. I didn't draw any washi tape or anything like that.
Yeah,
So now, all those things could be added in after the fact, and but
that's
then
true.
it wouldn't be with the pencils. It would be.
It would become real mixed media.
Hmm.
Well, I gave up on mine even looking like mixed media, so
Yeah, but we are learning things about the pencils, so
that's true.
that's you
We
know.
are, and I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
Just because it's not what I intended doesn't mean that it's invalid.
Hmm. I agree. Holly said she would paint them neon and glow in the dark. I think she's talking about taxidermy fish.
Ah,
So
well, why not?
I may be wrong. Yeah. My tea fairy lately has been not very attentive. I don't know what his deal is.
He's tired.
Well, his foot's hurting really bad today too. That and he is tired. He got up before 6. He had a 7 o'clock appointment across town.
Oh goodness.
Mm. The base starts early, and if you're going to make an appointment and you make it early because otherwise you'll be there all day.
Yeah, because they're never on time after the first one.
Yep.
Okay, well here's
Yep.
my second little fishy.
Aw, he's cute. Hi, Joy.
I, I think I'm going to have one that's just a really big fantail coming out from behind this, like it's
Oh,
going that way.
that'll be cute. That'll work. And it is 20 minutes to 5.
Oh, do you need to go?
Well, I don't think so right this minute, but by
But
5
you need-
o'clock I probably need to go
Okay.
because I kind of have to go back to work.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I kind of have to.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I did not make more beads Tuesday night though. My arm and shoulder was just too sore. I also didn't figure out what I'm going to feed Jeff for dinner, so I'm going to have to figure something out.
Oh, I got to figure out what back end of it.
back
Fancy
end of a
fishtail looks like.
fancy fish legs. The whole world would look like Rainbow Bright threw up. Hmm. Too funny.
Well, I guess I'm kind of grateful, Holly.
Yeah. My mother said to me, she said, I just don't understand you. I said, what? She said, everything you do. Now, first off, my clothing is never bright. Never. I cannot stand bright colored clothes. It's, turquoise and red sometimes I wear. But as far as anything else, nope, they're not in my closet. So, and she's like, but you use all these bright colors in your art. You make these beautiful bright color beads, and you paint your entire house white. I'm like, yep.
Says the
Well,
woman who wears only black.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, my house is just early garage sale.
Well, mine's worse than that. Oh, mine right now looks like a cave, but all the walls are white. Hmm. How about some colored rocks at the bottom or a shell in the background, Lisa? That's
I
what
thought about that,
Sherry said. I
and
had
I
to go
think it's
back
a
and.
great idea. Hi,
Mhm.
Sherry. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, the pink flowers are done for the moment.
I don't have any shells to look at.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Well, open another tab on your computer and type in images of shells. I bet you
I'm
that would give you
feeling
a.
tired.
Oh, it's time to quit then.
I think I'm gonna do a few little rocks.
Okay. Cause I'm fine with that, hon. We can't stay on much longer. I can't stay on much longer anyway. So. Okay. Let's. Barbara's
The
gonna post in
problem.
your Facebook group.
Oh, good. Okay. The problem with a few little rocks is that then it looks odd to only have a few little rocks. It's like, well, what happened to the other side?
Hmm. Well,
I always like things to be balanced, and that's not balanced. Um, so we're gonna have to do some kind of little sad looking shell on the
some
other side, probably. Okay, let's. I'm trying to. I'm probably gonna wish I hadn't done that because that's a silly looking little shell.
Thanks, Holly. Linda says, wow, stepped away to edit a paper and your paintings come to life. Thank you, Linda. They're getting there.
Okay, that doesn't even show up.
What doesn't even show up?
That little shell. It's sad looking, so it's okay probably that it doesn't show up, but it doesn't show up. So I think I'd have been happier if I hadn't put anything on the bottom. So um
Well, if you're getting tired, it might be best to leave it to fix it until later.
oh, thank you, Holly.
Okay, that's made it all look a whole lot better. Night, Holly. I think the tea fairy may have just woke up. Okay, there you go. You fixed it.
I missed it. Oh my goodness. It looks
There you
hideous.
go.
Okay, let's see.
Let it dry. I
Um,
like it. Now, you did lose the definition of your little fronds at the bottom.
yeah.
So, but you could probably put those back in.
Probably.
Yeah, but not till that dries up good or you'll have a mess.
Yeah. Mean I don't
So,
already have a mess.
I don't
Oh
think
goodness.
so. I
Well, after
actually,
I
I really,
blotted some of that off, I think I like it.
yeah, I really like the way the the rocks are no longer defined there, that they're just little blobs in there. Do you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
they're they're in the back. They went to the back, and I really like it. I It's got more texture to it now than it did before.
Yeah, I like it better too.
Mhm.
Bye, Holly. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
flying into the frame.
Yep. Mhm. So, well, I'm ready to
Well,
call
this
it a
is not what
day.
I envisioned when I started this, but
Well, it sometimes that's okay. I lost my baggie for my pencils.
uh-oh.
Okay. I have a mess, but I thought I had that baggie right here. Okay. Yeah, it is right here. I just didn't look far enough down. Oh, Mindy
Uh,
says, "Holy moly!" So Barbara's picture must be really fun and awesome.
all
So
right. Well, I need to go look.
yeah. So yeah. See there, you're gonna be able to put those in. Oops, that's not all of them. Can't post mine after. Oh, that's not true, Mindy. This was a
We
ton of
want to
fun
see
again.
Mindy.
You're welcome. We want to see too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're
Mhm.
gonna call her done.
Yeah. Think. Okay.
I think. I think.
And I think that this is going to I have to have some of this. Let's see if this will write on there. That'll be my question. Is this right on there or not? Yeah. Not very well.
It doesn't
Don't
have to
has
be a lot though.
no. It's got to be tiny, but the pencils are very waxy, so
Yeah. Thanks,
and
Mindy.
I don't want yeah, that's just too
That's
much.
it's a lot. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
woo.
Yeah, I don't like that. I just ruined it. Okay. Done.
No,
I
you
should
didn't
have.
ruin it. You just have to do it all now.
Nope, 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 nope. Not happening. Not happening. Okay. Thanks, Mindy. I started to do it with this pen and thought, no, that's not enough. But I think it would have been.
Well, if you do everything else with that pen, that one will fade away a little better. Right now,
Yeah,
it's the only one there, and so it's really shows up. Does that make sense?
yeah. Um, but the pen doesn't write much better on there either. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, no, just go over it with a colored pencil when it dries. Yeah, that's what Barbara says. Go over it with a colored pencil when it dries. I don't know. That's like, okay, it's all right. I'll think
Well,
about it.
if nothing else, it's very obvious that we don't always love what we do.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't always love what we do.
Well, I
That
knew
doesn't make you stop. You just
it
keep
needed
going.
it needed black, but it's just not. That was just not really what it needed. I I will have to try to go over it and see if I can make that go away. Now,
Well,
see, that I like.
yeah.
So I'll work on it, see what I'm going to do. What did I use around
The eights.
the the eights?
Up at the top, they look like eights. The two
Oh,
circles.
it's just colored pencil. It's two colored pencils. There's
Yeah.
purple and then there's blue, but it's over the top of a green background.
Yeah. Well, that looks really good.
Yeah.
It
So
probably was just hard to get it enough on there.
yeah, yeah, it took forever. Um, and
Barbara
I didn't
asked if
realize
you have
that.
a Jelly Roll black pen.
Um, this is about as close as I got. I don't I don't have well, you know what? I might have one, but it's real tiny. Linda sent me some gel pens and I think there may be a black one. I'll have to look. And let's see what this one is. Yes, that's one. That's one. Since we've already
Barbara
messed
says
up
that's
this,
one thing. Pencils do take forever. Jelly rolls right on anything, she said.
yeah, this one is writing on this pretty well. But it's also a fussy thing. So we'll see. But you're right. This Jelly Roll pen is writing on here much better than anything else did. So I'll have to see. I've kind of messed up that corner now, so we'll have to see.
Okay, well, we're going to let you all go and we will see you Sunday
Sunday. Yep. Yep.
at
We're-
Tanya's. And then Monday night, we'll do some more weaving back here. So, love you all. Have a
Love
great
y'all.
day. Good
Bye
weekend.
bye.
Bye bye.